Hello and welcome to Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. In this clip we're going to look at using Techsoft V3 to create this piece poster. We can use Techsoft V3 to create graphic images like this, as well as creating orthographic drawings. In this drawing we're going to focus on using the two tools, the contour tool, and we're also going to be looking at, not really a tool, but we're going to be looking at using construction lines. Now construction lines are when we draw lines and then delete them. So draw lines to give us shapes and then delete them afterwards. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we do is we open a new document, and this is obviously our A3 paper, and we ensure that gridlock over here, so look over here, gridlock is depressed. We then need to draw two rectangles. So the rectangles need to be 200 by 140. Now, if we look down at the bottom here, in the relative box here, shows the displacement from the last point over the drawing area. So if we click on Shapes Rectangle, we've got gridlock on, and we're going to start about here. And if we move, and we can see down in the bottom there, the relative number is moving along. And when it gets to 200, we know that we've got that 200 dimension. And then we need to come down because we need to draw it 200 by 140. And if we can see there, that's changing to, it's minus because we're going down. But if we get to there, 200 by 140, if you can see that in the relative box, and then we click, and that keeps that. The next rectangle we need to draw is 200 by 110. So we've got the tool clicked, and we can just click on here, and we can see it comes to 200, and then we can move down, and it's minus, but it's 100, 110, and again click. So there we have our two rectangles. Next, we need to add a center line. So we're going to use the line tool, and if we see, and just visibly we can see there, and there's our center line. Once we get to that stage, we can then draw our circle. So keeping gridlock depressed, and we go to the point here, the center where those two lines cross, and we draw a circle. Now we need to resize this circle, and the circle needs to be 140 diameter or 70 radius. So if we click the select tool, click on the circle, and click down to properties, and we can then change that radius to the one we need, which is 70. So if we just click in there and dial in 70 and click update, OK. Okay, and now we need to add a further construction line, and we do that by selecting the line tool, and we're going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4 squares along and put in this construction line. We can then go from the center point here out to the new points that we've created here and here. So this is looking quite messy now, but we can start deleting some of our construction lines because we've got the main construction done. So we're going to use delete there, delete any, and we can use then delete part of an object. So if we look at delete part of an object between two nearest intersections, and for this we can just start deleting these. These are double lines, so we need to delete these twice. You can delete these, we can delete the outer parts here, that part, and there. So now we've got our basic shape that we wanted to start with. We can then use the contour tool here, and we're going to set the contour tool first at 5 millimeters, and we're going to put contours in here, 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 and here, and one on the outside. We then go back to the contour tool and set it at 15 millimeters, and we're going to put a concentric circle. Concentric means it shares this center, and we're going to put it there. So we've got that there now. What we're going to do now is go back to our line tool, go from the center here up and connect these corners. Again, more construction lines. Then if we want, we can use delete part of a tool, delete part of a line tool again to just clean up. And we can remove some of these lines now that we don't want. And as you delete these construction lines, we can see that there's more kind of It just, we get back to what we need. We could have used that. There. Okay, when we get to this stage, then all we have to do is add lettering and colour. So for lettering, we select the letter tool, ABC, and we move along to draw text along a path. We then click on the top here and we can type in our letters. We use uppercase here, and then we can click OK. So now we've added our letters, we can use the delete part of a line tool, or in fact I think I'll use the delete all line tool to miss any bits. And there, we've got there. So we've got our lettering now drawn along a line. We can change our lettering by clicking on the lettering and clicking on properties, settings, and we can add our settings. So we can just change and go through here. Now, one of the things here is if we change these settings, you may need to go down here and change let's try, moving about there. Let's try that one. And if we click OK, we might need to change the lettering style. So if we change that, no, that's great. So I think I'll leave it at that. What I'm going to do is now add colour. So the first thing to do, and the colouring works better if we kind of work from the back forward. I think I also did add a contour there on the outside. That looks nice. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is colour in the lettering, and I'm going to select the lettering. I'm going to do it this way by using fill colour, and let's pick this nice pink here. Okay, and that's filled our lettering. Then we should be able to click on boundary fill here, change the colour to, let's go green there, and okay, and we fill that in. Any islands, yes, that one there. Any more islands, no, and let's fill that in. Oh, we do want to fill these ones in as well. So if we can click back to there, okay, no, 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 no. Then we just got to add our yellow. So if we click on this again, change that, back to yellow there. Okay, now this one's a bit more tricky, so we go there, any islands, yes, and there, no, and then this one, we have to add these islands, so we've got a few, haven't we? Can we get this right? There, and there's our piece poster. So that's using Techsoft Design V3 to draw our piece poster. Thanks for watching Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. These design and technology lessons are available as A3 worksheets in my TES shop. Please like and subscribe to Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology.